famous brother, Jackie Burke.
How are the kids?
Kid. We have one kid.
She's an adult now.
She's getting married.
I thought she was a dyke.
You say lesbian.
Got a possible gig.
What do I have to do to Julie's birthday party?
Do you want a job or you want to be an ass?
Do I have to choose? Schmuck.
Jackie Burke is in the house!
Let's talk about this abortion of a town you live in. Hicksville!
You getting this, Amy?
What are you doing? You taping me? Give me that.
How many hours did you get?
100.
Me too. My dad used to love your TV show. We've watched every episode.
Always nice to meet a fan.
Well, we just had the one TV.
This is the worst day ever.
Just a bunch of olives. Hey, look, are you free tonight?
What, like a date?
Or it'll be just an appointment?
I'm not sleeping with you. I don't know what you're after.
Look, you had a terrible day. You just said it. Let me take you to a place you might have a nice time.
Isn't it adorable when celebrities bring their hookers to the club? Jackie Burke's in the crowd.
After everything I've done for you, I was there for you when you were starting out as a young man.
That was amazing. I feel like I'm high. Do you come up with all that on the spot?
Sometimes, yeah.
That was good. Thank you.
Are you free on Sunday? I have a wedding to go to, my niece's wedding. You could be my wingman. We could have a few laughs.
Uncle Jackie, you're gonna get up and say a few words, right?
We don't want it to become a thing.
It's an honor being here to celebrate Brittany and Frankie's wedding. Can I address the 800-pound gorilla in the room? Flo. What have you done to my poor little brother? He was 6 feet tall when you got married.
This low-life brother of yours.
I don't know why you're yelling at him.
Who are you? With your no underwear dress.
Don't comment on my dress.
I want to know what your expectations are here.
My expectations.
When you look at my daughter and the way she's looking at you.
I'm not looking at him. What are you talking about?
We have 3 offers for appearances. What's it gonna be?
Go out there, big shot. They want you.
No, this isn't your crowd.
You're a dancer?
Yeah.
Come sit on my lap. I'll spin you around like a drape.
You're viral again. Over 3 million views in 8 hours, and it is still climbing. You are on Kimmel. You're on Fallon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Burke.
Aloha! This is Trinidad, your island man, coming to you live all the way here from Hawaii, giving you the best movie reviews here on the island of Oahu. Now, today is Friday the 3rd of February, and there were 2 big movies that came out, Rings, and then also The Space Between Us. I had absolutely no interest in seeing either of those movies, so I was very happy when I went to the movie theater and I saw that there was actually a third option, kind of a sleeper film that, you know, I didn't even know was out. I didn't see any advertising for, and so when I saw it there at the theater, I said, well, let me check the trailer. And the trailer looked pretty good. Now, it starred Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel, Leslie Mann, and Danny DeVito, plus, honestly, a cast of many, many more. People, big stars, mainly, older stars, make, appearances throughout the movie, and I found it very funny and very humorous. It's called The Comedian. And basically, Robert De Niro plays a comedian, Jackie Burke, that is an elderly comedian who was big in the 60s and 70s, of course, coming up through the old school stand-up routines, and did a fabulous job on a television show where he was known for his character on the TV show called Ernie at Home, or something like that. And of course, what had happened and what you hear about older comedians is that they get typecast into one type of character, and essentially Jackie Burke, who Robert De Niro plays, this comedian, he didn't like his character, or he got tired of playing the character Ernie, but that's what he was most famous for. And so he kind of, grew away from the character, but everybody identified with him. Wherever he went, everybody wanted him to do Ernie, and many people thought he was Ernie from the show. And of course, this kind of gets people, gets under his skin. So as Robert De Niro does a good job on the comedy bits, he performs many one-liners, even does a little bit of stand-up. fortunately, he doesn't do too much time up on stage, which is fortunate because he's an actor, not a true comedian. And so, his performances there, although good, would not stand up to a lot of time. But during the first act, which I think is the strongest, he meets a woman played by Leslie Mann. And they start off a bit of a romance between each other, starting off as friends, and then becomes rather serious up until about the middle of the movie. So I guess the best comparison I can make with this movie would maybe be, what was that Jack Nicklaus show with that one girl from Mad About You? I forget what her name was. She doesn't act too much anymore. But she was pretty big back in the day. So I think that was as good as it gets is the movie, and this kind of reminded me of that. Kind of a middle-aged woman, a younger woman compared to the older man that she falls kind of for and that he falls for her. And they're kind of incomplete together, but together they kind of become whole, which is always kind of nice. So, although I did not see a space, the space between us, that silly teen romance movie, I did see an older kind of romantic movie. And remember our rating scale: Shaka thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it; Shaka thumbs down, it's bad to see, or it's junk. And I have to say that The Comedian overall was Shaka thumbs up. I do recommend this movie, at least for the $6 matinee on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays over at Regal, $6 over on Thursdays at most consolidated theaters, or at least the matinee. I don't know about a full price movie. Maybe the first week, the third, and this weekend that it's out, especially if you're going to the movies looking for something to see, not thrilled about seeing Rings, not thrilled about seeing the teenage romance show, A Space Between Us, check out The Comedian. I mean, it is the only other new show that came out this weekend, and honestly didn't get much airtime, or much advertising. It just kind of snuck in there, and I'm glad that it did. I haven't seen a Robert De Niro movie for quite some time. I think the last one might have been with Michael Douglas, but I was not interested in, Dirty Grandpa, or whatever, that boxing movie that he was in recently. I think where he was the boxing coach. I heard it didn't do well, and I know Dirty Grandpa didn't get a lot of money. But this one was actually pretty good. Like I said, his comedy in it, although brief, was pretty good. He had some good witty one-liners, much as Robert De Niro normally does. And the chemistry between Leslie Mann and himself, his character Jackie Burke, was fabulous. I mean, you could believe that these two could be a couple. And, it kind of goes on from there. So the first acts are really funny and really good. The second act kind of drags a little bit. And then, as most romance comedy movies go, they get a little too deep and serious. But then at the end, it lightens up in the third act, and it kind of regains its footing. So overall, like I said, Shaka thumbs up. If you're looking for something to see this weekend that doesn't involve like horror or silly teen comedy, you're an older adult, and you still want maybe, a comedy, relationship comedy, definitely check out Comedian with Robert De Niro, Danny DeVito, Harvey Keitel, and Leslie Mann. And it also has like a whole host of guest appearances by older comedians, Richard Bowser, for one. Billy Crystal makes an appearance, and so many others, And it's really kind of a fun little movie that's, came out of nowhere. All right, well, again, this is Trinidad, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from Hawaii, giving The Comedians a big Shaka thumbs up. If you're looking for a movie this weekend, go ahead and check out The Comedians. All right, thank you, and aloha.